Let's take a look at the basics of using the Styles pane and the Reveals formatting pane. You can always bring up the Styles pane when you're working in a document by going to your Home tab, and under the Styles group you can click this dialog launcher, which is in the bottom right corner. The shortcut key is Alt-Control-Shift-S, but I'm going to go ahead and just click on that once and it opens up the Styles pane. Also, there's another pane you can use. It's called the Reveal Formatting pane, and I can bring that up by holding down the Shift key and pressing F1. These two panes are very useful when you are trying to determine exactly what's going on inside of a paragraph. If you select text or select a paragraph, you can use this information to see exactly how and why this information looks the way it does on the page. I'm currently on page 1. I will do a Control page down to move to the top of page 2. I'm going to go ahead and select the heading called Contents. After selecting the text, I can look at the Reveal Formatting pane and I can see the font settings, the paragraph settings, and the section settings. If any one of these are not visible, you can click the little plus sign to expand them out. I'm just going to open them all up. I take a look at the font. The font is Trebuchet, 26-point, bold attribute, some sort of a custom red color it looks like. The language is English, so they're using small caps. It's expanded. The spacing is expanded by 2 points. That means we have a little bit of spacing between the characters. Under the paragraph, we've got a line left, no indents. We've got no spacing before or after, just single line spacing. And over even under the section, I can see the margins, the layout, and the paper. Now, if I'd like to make a change to any one of these, I can just come out and click on a little blue link like for font, and it brings up the font dialog. I could click on the alignment under paragraph, and it brings up the paragraph dialog where I can adjust the alignment. Under sections, if I go to margins, it'll go to the page setup dialog where I can have a look at it here. If I look off to the right, I see the Styles pane, Trebuchet MS is selected. Whenever you click on a given paragraph, the Styles pane on the right hand side will reveal what style is being used for the paragraph. If I select the contents again, I can see that it's Trebuchet MS. Now, it's a bit of a giveaway when they just show you the name of the font and not some sort of a formal heading type of a name. I also look on the right and I don't see any indication that this is a paragraph or a character format. So it looks like what they did was they might have just taken this paragraph and just slapped on some quick formatting without actually declaring it as a style. For instance, if I came out here and at the bottom of the Reveals formatting I chose Distinguish Style Source, I can now come out and see that this paragraph, the contents, is based on the normal paragraph, and they've used some direct formatting. Now, direct formatting is where they've just gone ahead on top of a style and slapped on some of their own custom quick formatting. That's called direct formatting. Normally the font is just a 12-point Calibri font or Arial font, but they've slapped on some Trebuchet, and I can see this where it says direct formatting. With the paragraph selected here, I could come out and under the font setting under the Reveal formatting, I could click on the font setting and change the font size to say 24. I could come out to text effects and perhaps take off the shadow by clicking on shadow, and then under presets I could choose no shadow, and I'll click on close and I'll click OK, and you can see that the shadow has disappeared and we've made the font just a bit smaller. In the Reveal formatting pane, I can also compare one paragraph style to another paragraph style or the format settings. For instance, if I come out here and click on compare to another selection, and then I'll move to the top of page 3 and click to select the long history of spices, I can see the difference in the font size. The first setting, contents, is size 24. This new one I've selected is size 26. If I were to come out to this guy and choose the effects and then come out under shadow and under presets say no shadow, click on close, now I can see that the shadow disappears because we made them both the same.